Very good morning, dear boys and girls. I hope you are all keeping well and preparing very well for your forthcoming exam. This is the fifth class of your capital structure. This is the sixth class of capital structure, and we are in this class we are going to discuss about the traditional approach. In the last classes we had discussed about the NI approach, NOI approach and Modigliani-Miller's approach. As you know, for any type of exam the Modigliani-Miller's approach is very important. Either the problem or theory or both are coming, and NI or NOI approach, any one is coming in some exam. However, we are going to discuss about the traditional approach here. The traditional approach was first given by Ezra Solomon in 1963, and it is a compromise. It is in between the concept of NI approach and NOI approach. So this traditional approach make a compromise situation between the net income approach and net operating income approach. This is net income and this is your net operating income approach. So let us see what is this. Under traditional approach, the weighted average cost of capital WACC decreases only up to a certain level of financial leverage. That is, in traditional approach, the weighted average cost of capital, we can say this is a overall cost of capital. Sometimes it is called WACC, sometimes it is called KO, and it decreases up to certain level and it remain constant up in between that. Then again it starts increasing with the increase in financial leverage. So with the right mixture, that means we can reach at the optimum level. With the right mixture of debt and equity, we can go to the optimum level. So the first stage is WACC increase, reach at a minimum, then again it goes increasing. So we all have to choose the right mixture of your debt and equity for optimum capital structure. Now stage 1, that is the first stage. The value of the firm may first increase with moderate leverage. When WACC is decreasing, the value of the firm increase when weighted average cost is decreasing. This is simple. When cost decreases, value of the firm increases. When cost decreases, profit increases, wealth increases. Second stage, reach the maximum when WACC is minimum. When weighted average cost becomes minimum, the value reaches the maximum. So in the stage 1, it starts decreasing. In the stage 2, it reaches at the minimum, value reaches maximum, WACC reaches minimum. Value and weighted average cost are inversely proportional. In the first stage, WACC starts decreasing, value starts increasing. Second stage, the WACC reaches minimum and value becomes maximum. In the third stage, the WACC, that is weighted average cost of capital, starts increasing and the value starts decreasing. that is inverse relationship. So friends, now with this we will go to the graph to explain you the traditional approach. Then we will approach the problem where you can understand how the optimum capital structure can be selected with the traditional approach. And I hope before going to this particular video you have already seen other three methods which we have discussed. This is the graphical representation of traditional approach. We can see here that is cost of equity is higher, this is cost of equity. Cost is taken in y-axis and leverage, that is the mixture of debt and equity, is taken in x-axis. This is x-axis, this is your y-axis. And cost of equity is higher, cost of debt is lower. The weighted average cost, that is your overall cost of the firm, it starts decreasing. This is the first stage, it starts decreasing. It reaches at a minimum. This is the second stage, and then again increases. So weighted average cost of capital or overall cost of capital first decreases, it reaches at a minimum and then again increases. When it starts decreasing, the value of the firm starts increasing. The value of the firm reaches at maximum in this level. Then again the value of the firm decreases as weighted average cost of capital increases. Let us see about the value. If the value also, it starts increasing, reaches at maximum, then again decreases. When value reaches maximum, weighted average cost becomes minimum, right? When value reaches minimum, weighted average cost becomes maximum. So this is how the behavior of your cost with the value of the firm. This is what the essence of your traditional average. So let us start with the problem. So this is a problem. In considering the most desirable capital structure, the following estimates of cost and equity after tax had been given. If you go through this is a very important problem. Debt as a percentage of capital employed. If debt is 0, suppose the total capital is 100. If debt is 0%, equity is 100%. First you understand. If debt is 10%, equity becomes 90%. If debt becomes 20%, equity becomes 80%. If debt becomes 30%, equity becomes 70%. If debt becomes 40%, equity becomes 60%. If debt becomes 50%, equity becomes 50%. If debt becomes 60%, equity becomes 40%. Because in a percentage basis, debt plus equity, that will be give you 100. Now the cost of debt and cost of equity is given. In all the cases, we have to find out what is the weighted average cost of capital. And we will see in which case the weighted average cost or overall cost of capital is minimum. And in that case is the optimum capital structure. So let us proceed with the problem. This is the composite cost of capital, KO, that is overall cost of capital, W1 this is proportion of debt, KD, cost of debt, W2, proportion of equity, KE, cost of equity. So KO, this is the, if what is called proportion, suppose the debt is 0, so 0 by 100, so proportion of debt is 0, and equity proportion will be 100 by 100, equity proportion will be 1. If debt is 10, suppose the debt is 10, 10 by 100, then equity proportion would be 90 by 100. If debt is 20 by 100 proportion, equity proportion is 80 by 100, like this. So friends, this is KD, this is your KE, this is given, W1, this is 0, this is 1, and W1 into KD, if you multiply this is 0, W2 KD, this is 1 into 12, it is 12, so W1 KD plus W2 KE equal to KO, this is your 12, because this portion is 0. Let us come to the second case. KD is 5, KE 12, and W1, this is proportion of debt 10%, 10 by 100 means this is 0.1, and equity is 90%, 90 by 100 means 0.9, and so 0.1 into 5, that is equal to 0.5. Similarly, if you take the 0.9 into 12, this is equal to 10.80, and total is 10.8 plus your 0.50, this is 11.30. Again I am explaining you, if the debt is 20%, that is 0.2, 20 divided by 100, 0.2, and equity is 80%, that is your 80 by 100, that is your 0.8. So W1 KD 0.2 into 5, this is 1, 0.8 into 12.5, that is your 10. So 10 plus 1, this is 11. Similarly, we can go for the 30% debt and 70% equity, 0.3 30%, 0.7 70%, 0.3 into 5.5, this is 1.65, 0.7 into 13, it is 9.10, total 10.75. So in this way, we have calculated the weighted average cost or the overall cost of capital of the firm in all the 7 cases. And out of the 7 cases, we find that at the first stage, the KO, that is WACC, it starts decreasing. It reaches at minimum, then again it increases. This supports the traditional approach to valuation of firm. The value of the firm also starts increasing, reaches at optimum level, and again it decreases. So the optimum capital structure is 30% your debt and 70% is your equity. So this is your, under this method, that is your traditional method, this is the problem, and we will come out with some more number of classes to explain you lot of problems on this chapter. In the next class, I will come to you with a suggestion which problems are very important for the forthcoming exam, like become 6th semester. Also, I will be coming to separate class for CMA and CA. So friends, this is the next class. We will concentrate on a suggestion for the BCom 6th semester, right? So this is important. If you like the video, please subscribe, offer your comments, and you can share with your friends. Thank you. Meet you again. Thank you.